everybody. Let's go. Let's roll. Good morning, everybody. Zen Method, good morning to you, my brother, my brethren, my brother pal, my pal Rooney. Good morning, yes, Zen Method with the sparklers. Hello, everybody. It is Sunday. Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. How we doing? Did we get some studying in, VIPers? Did you study yesterday? JJ, girl mom, good morning to you. Kay Braden, good morning to you. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Kay Braden. Chad, yes, it is. Thank you. Davion, the man, the myth, the legend. NK Visions, SSS, good morning. John Wheat. Shopkeeper. At first I thought that said shoekeeper. I'm like, oh, she maybe makes shoes. Good morning, Mark. Let's go. Are we going to the moon? Let me know how it is if anyone ever makes it there. Hello, Anita. Anita. Italiano. We got sparklers, everybody. Hammer those things. Hammer those sparklers. Davion, thank you. Kay Braden, thank you. Ramez, hello, my friend. Hello. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. The Believer, thank you. They went to the moon, yeah? Bet you they didn't make money doing it, though. Hello, keeping on. Hello. Let's go. Penelope, thank you, Penelope. I appreciate you. 5:30 in Kenya. Go get him, Vicky. Kenya in the hizzle. Good morning, everybody. Trinity. Yes, we are at 3.3 thousand cheers. Remember, we got to get over 200,000. So your main thing is cheering. We're going to get started here soon, everybody. We need some more sparklers. Hello, Raggy, how you doing? Thank you, my Raggy. I appreciate you. OG Big Poppy, yes. Hello, OG. Don't forget your heartbeats, everybody. Get your heartbeats in this morning. Jules, thank you, Jules. Appreciate you, my Jules. Only Dan, good morning to you. Thank you for your heartbeat. I appreciate you. All right, let's get to work. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. My name is Voss. I've been a trader for 21 years, 21 long, painful, 10 long, painful years, 11 not so painful. And we are here to help you. We're here to educate you, okay, on the markets. All we ask that you do is cheer by tapping your phone. You'll see hearts come up over there on the YT and over here on TikTok. Make sure we're doing that throughout the entire live. That helps tremendously. Make sure we share and repost the live. Right now we got 2, okay? So make sure we do that and donate if and when you can. First thing we're going to go over today is this. What is the number one reason somebody wants to become a trader? Why do you start this journey? What is the number one reason? Lito Rocha! There he is! My boy Lino! There he is, Lino! Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, my friend. Love you. Freedom? What is the number one thing? Why'd you become a trader? Don't think about what anyone else's the reason is. Think about, thank you, Lito, man. You are awesome. What was your reason to become a trader? What was your one reason? Yes, True Seeker, official Voss Trading. Same name. Because you want to make money. That's the reason why, right? You want to make money. That's why we all start. Easy money. Right. But here's the problem. Here's where we run into a problem. People think it's easy to do this. So they become a trader because they want to make money. But the one thing they are not willing to do is learn how to do it. See, trading is a skill that you must learn. Just like if you want to become a chef, are you just going to start throwing food on the grill and start serving it to people? No. Because you're going to burn it, you're going to undercook it, the food's not going to taste good, it's not going to be seasoned good. You as a chef isn't going to be real good in the beginning, right? You don't become a chef and say, I'm going to be great. You don't become a doctor or a surgeon and say, all right, give me my first patient. I had the great idea of becoming a surgeon today. Scalpel, please. No, you have to learn how to do it. And it takes time, and it's painful to learn how to do it. If you want to become a surgeon or a doctor and you have to go to med school, it's painful. You're going to want to quit 100 times or more, okay? If you want to become a chef, you're going to go through painful experiences. It takes time. If you want to become a trader, this takes time, and you're going to have more pain doing this than any other thing you've ever done in your life mentally, okay? There's no physical pain in trading, but there's a lot of mental pain, and that hurts more than anything physical. So we want to make money. I get that. But if that is why you're trading, you're going to lose, okay? You are going to lose over and over again. So instead of making money, what most traders do is they deposit money. You're a depositor. That's what we call traders that are amateurs. You just keep depositing into the market. Deposit, 2,000 accounts gone, 2,000 accounts gone, 2,000 accounts gone. And then you get scammed by a $500 small account challenge bullshit. And then you lose that, and now you're in trouble. But instead of going through all of that, instead of going through all that pain and aggravation, learn how to trade. You all should be spending all your waking hours learning and studying on how to trade the market. Forget about the money. That's irrelevant because you're just losing it. So it should be irrelevant for you right now. How many of you, the last 5 months trading, have lost in the market? Put me in the chat. How many of you, the last 5 months, have lost more than you made as a trader? Put it in the chat. Let's go, Lino! Yes, it is. Thank you, Lino. Mr. Dave, there he is. Thank you, Life Wonders. I appreciate you. Me. Yeah, I know. It's not something to be ashamed of. You're going to lose, and the reason you're going to lose is because you don't know what you're doing. So when I ask you these questions, we're not here to embarrass you. We're here for you to make you see that you need to learn how to do this, okay? We've all lost. There was nobody for 10 years worse at trading than me. You will never be as bad as I was. Never. I will bet any amount of money on it. You will never be as bad as I was at trading. I was that bad. There was no hope for me, okay? True Seeker, yeah. 13K? Yeah, I mean, you're going to lose, traders, but you know you're losing. So before we get to the learning part of this live, what I need to tell you this stuff, it's important. So this was my mindset. I said to myself, I can't get any worse at this. All right? I can't get any worse. So the only thing that can happen is to go up. So I really started to focus on learning how to trade. For the first 5 years, was I learning how to trade? Yeah. What I was more doing was trying to convince myself I knew how to do this better than anybody. That's what was the problem for the first 5 years. Then the next 5 years, I started to learn how to trade a little bit more and more and more. But the problem was I still was infecting my brain that I still knew more than the people that were teaching me. And then once I gave in and said, please show me, I don't know how to trade, and I went all in on learning from somebody that did know how to trade, is when things started to change, okay? So we do not open up these random broker accounts, throw money in there, hoping we're going to get a miracle. Yeah, you're going to be good at this. You're not going to be good at it, traders. You're going to lose money, okay? 92% statistical fact of all traders who start to trade will lose in the market. 92%. Not because they can't do it. It's because they don't learn how to do it, and it says that in the stat. Got it? All right? 98% show me the rock if you trade options. So if you trade options, 98% will lose in the market. If you do not trade options, 92% of you, make sure you do your research properly. 98% and 92%. We don't want this. That is what you want, and this is where you're going to learn. So let's go. We all start in this box, okay? We all start in this box. I hear this more than anything. You want to know the one thing I hear from traders all the time? Why do you want to trade? It's my passion, boss. It's my passion. Soon as I hear that line from somebody, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. So we all start in this box right here. And then we start to branch out. We start to branch out in the market. Now, 80 of you are going to quit. You'll quit within the first month. First 2 months, I'll give you 2 months. You're gone. You try to trade, you see how much it is to learn, and you say, forget it. This ain't easy money. I'm going to go try to find a new get-rich-quick scheme. So 80%, they leave the box. 20% stay and learn, okay? 20% of you will stay and learn and keep going and trying to be a better trader. But 80% of you are going to quit. Who here wants to be in the 80%? Put me. Who here wants to be in the 80%? You want to be in the 80%. You want to quit. Okay. Well, at least we know now. Who wants to be in the 80%? All right. Now, who wants to be in the 20%? Who wants to learn how to trade? Who's going to give it everything they got and do better for their family? Who wants to be in the 20%? So I see a lot of me's in here. If that's you, then it's time to get to work. Get quitting out of your mind. We don't quit. Put it in the chat. We don't quit. We don't quit. We don't quit. Because if you quit one thing, you're going to quit everything, okay? So for the 20%, let's get to work. Miss market tomorrow. This is what we call a narrow state. Very narrow here. So we know out of Miss Market, she's the one. Why is Miss Market so powerful? She runs all markets. She is the queen. We say to Miss Market, yes, ma'am. All right? She's narrow. She wants to run tomorrow. Okay? She hungry. She hungry. She wants to explode out of this narrow state. So as a trader, when that bell goes off, we're going to work from the inside out here. When that bell goes off for most traders and you hear this, ready? Your heart rate starts going up. You start to sweat. You know you're about to lose. You know you're about to have a bad day. You're a nervous wreck. Now, why is that? Why do we know that our heart rate goes up, we become sweaty, we become a nervous wreck? Why? Why do we do that? Because you don't know how to trade. You know in your subconscious you don't know how to trade. But you have convinced yourself that you do know how to trade. So we have a problem here. We are trying to convince ourselves we know how to trade, And then we have our subconscious mind that you made believe that you know how to trade. And then you lose. So how do we solve that problem? You got no plan. How do we solve this problem? First thing we do is we put in the whip zone. All right? This is your house. We're starting from the bottom up. This is your whip zone. You will learn all about the whip zone in our VIP Voss Trading Education community. Whip zone is in place. So what do we know about this market? We know the state of our stock. Okay? We now have our whip zone in place. Okay? We know we are starting on cycle 1. What don't we know? What are we missing here? What are we missing here? Houston, we're missing something. Position. We don't know our position. So there's 7 positions that you learn in the VIP. If you open in this position here, right here, let's look. Bell goes off, ding, ding, ding. Can you go long there? Are you able to go long there? Mike Black says no. Motive says no. Brad says no. A lot of no's coming in here. Why? Why are you saying no? Whitworth says yes. How do you know if you can go long there or not? Both answers are right, no and yes. You want to know why? Because you don't know where your major support and resistance levels are yet. You ain't doing anything, my beauties. You ain't doing anything. You have no idea what's above you. You have no idea what's below you, right? We're building from the ground up here at the open. We got our state. We got our whip zone. We have our position, but we don't have what? What's the next thing? Our major support and resistance levels. So we have to go look for our major support and resistance levels. Right here at 688, we got major resistance. Right down here at 687, you got major support. So if we go back to where we were, and you open right here, remember, this is where we're opening. Who's going long now? Who's going to go long at the open? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe so? Who's going long, my beauties? If you're not going long, why? Tell me why. Don't just give me an answer of yes or no and be 50% right. Why aren't you going long? And this is where you need to know. You need to know the details here. Folks, we got more roses. We got to hammer those things. Get rid of them roses. Let's go. We're at 26,000. Cheers. Keep going, baby. Cheer, 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 cheer. You're not going long, traders, because you have major resistance right here. That is a 1-hour major pivot with a hold number. You are not going long there, okay? Now, if we start moving down at the open, we're not going short there either because you have major support here at 687. So we are not going long into a whole number. We are not going short into a whole number. Houston, we have a problem. What are we going to do? You just lost your first trade. You tried to go long or you tried to go short. You now have lost your first trade of the day. It's not even 5 minutes yet. Now what do? We do? We wait. We wait. You don't immediately get back into another trade when you see a certain color going up or down. Traders, you must get over 688. That was your move. We must get over 688. We must retest 688, and then you could go for your long. We are not going long into resistance. We do not short into support. At 987, we have a lot of support here. 686, you got support. You got the 20 and the 200 here. So you need to get under 684 if you're thinking about a short. Okay? You got too many things in your way. You're not going to go anywhere. You're going to lose in the markets. You have a very slight chance of getting a good winning trade in the market. Most of the time, you have a lot of support and resistance around you. Your job is to find the openings where you can make the trade to win. Now this only happens so many times in a day. So for those of you that trade if you trade 5 or more times, you're going to be red every month. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you take more than 5 trades a day, every single day, you will be red every single month. Okay? There aren't that many trades that you can take in the market every day. There is no more than 5 trades you can take in the market every single day. Okay? Your job is to take 1 to 3 trades every day. You're going to find 1 to 3 openings, and then you're going to hammer that thing for a beautiful win. Now, my question is, ready? I want everyone to watch the chat. To all our beautiful VIPers, now that you only take 1 to 3 trades a day, has your trading got substantially better? Say yes or no in the chat. The more you trade, the more you lose. Remember that. The more you trade, the more you're going to lose. You don't have 5 or more opportunities in the market. If you're doing this in the market, enter out, enter out, enter out, enter out, in a trade out, you're gambling. That's gambling, folks, okay? You're not a trader, you're a gambler. That's all that is. So if you see anyone doing this, they're gambling. There's no rhyme or reason of why. They have no idea what they're doing. Once you know how to trade, you'll never do that. You'll never do that. Never. Once you learn the market cycle, these days will be over. I can tell you that real quick. All right? 1 to 3 trades a day. When you take these trades, my average trades, I am in a trade average 15 minutes. Let me pull this back. 15 minutes I'm in a trade for. That's the average. Sometimes I'm in a trade for 5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes. The other day I was in a trade for 30 minutes long. That is trading, folks. And the reason I can stay in these trades is because I know market cycle, and when I get in a trade, they usually go in my direction, okay? Which brings me to the next thing. You're going to love this one. So why do most traders become the in-out, 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 in-out trader? Why? Does anybody know? Why do they become in and out traders real quick? In a trade, 3 seconds out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Does anybody know why? Because number one, every time they enter a trade, it goes against them. They tried to stay in a trade longer. They already went down that road, and they lost every single time. So then they said to themselves, well, if I enter a trade now, what if I get out quicker? So they get out faster. Right? And they get these small little wins, these small little tiny 10, 20 cent per share winners. They're all happy now. And then they look up what that is. I'm a scalper. That's what I was meant to do. I'm not a trader and stay in a trade long. I'm a scalper, right? Yeah. In and out, in and out, in and out. But what happens is their losers become a lot bigger than their winners. These are your losers, scalpers, and here's your winners. Houston, we got a problem. We're upside down. Every month we're red. We have some green winners, but we got a lot of big red losers. We're upside down. Houston, yes, we got a problem. Now what do? The scalping phase is out the window. That ain't going to work. So what do we do, traders? If you were teaching someone how to trade and you looked at their journal and their losers were a lot bigger than their winners, what is the first thing you would teach them? What's the first thing you would teach them? You got it, Andrew. Risk management. We got to plug the hole. You got a bucket and it's leaking water. We got to plug that hole. That's the first thing we're going to teach you, risk. We're not even going to teach you how to win yet. We are going to plug that hole. We want to make it so it's muscle memory that you get out of your trade when you say you're going to get out of your trade. How many of you in here take trades and have no idea when you're getting out? Put me in the chat. You enter a trade, you're hoping for the best, it goes against you, you have no clue where you're getting out. None. You're just like, hopefully it goes back up. Hopefully it goes back up. Maybe by tomorrow it'll go back up. Right? You have no clue where to get out. Well, if we're going to teach you risk, we also must teach you risk to reward. Because how are you going to know where to get out and become a better loser if you don't know your risk to reward before you take a trade? See, traders, when you enter a trade, when you learn in the VIP from us and you enter a trade, every single trade you take, you're going to know exactly where you're getting out. So if this trade comes against you, you will know you are out of the trade already. You're automatically going to know where you're getting out. Here's the good thing. If it goes for you, you are going to know exactly where to get out and get out of the trade for a winner. So now you're going to know when to get out of a trade if it loses, and you're going to know when to get out of a trade if you win. We don't just hang on to these things all day. We can't. It's the market cycle. It won't allow us to do that. All right, traders? And we're going to work on your risk. So we are going to make you lose as many trades as you possibly can to learn how to be a great loser. Are you going to do that with your hard-earned money? Of course not. No trader should be opening up any live account. We are going to teach you how to trade in the simulator with the real live market. And we are going to make you lose, 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 lose some more, lose, lose. And what we're going to do in the beginning, your losers are going to be like this. These are going to be your losers. And then once I see this, now we're ready to learn how to win. See it? We got to get over here, folks. Right now, too many of you are over here. Who wants to move from here to here? Put me in the chat. Who wants to move over to the small losing side? Because you can't do anything as a trader until we can conquer this for you. You will never be a good winner in the market. You will never be a great winner in the market. Me, you, nobody will be great at winning. We will be great at losing. We'll only be good at winning, okay? So who wants to get their losses small? And we're going to teach you how to do that. Now, once we get these losses consistently small, so it is automatic. When you get in a trade, you lose it. We don't whine anymore. I lost the trade. I lost the trade. I'm going to go all in on the next one. Who do you think you are? I should have won that trade. All right, guys, you know what I'm saying? We gotta toughen up here. I don't have this problem with the lady traders. So we are gonna get you losing properly. Now, once we get you losing properly, how are you gonna know when to take a good entry? How are you gonna know when to enter properly? Because right now, we have made it so it doesn't matter where you enter. You're a great loser. You're still gonna enter wrong, but now your losses will be smaller instead of hanging on for dear life. So that is the first thing we must plug, okay? So we did that. Let's say we made you a great loser. You still got a problem because you still must enter correctly in order to have winners. Because if you don't know where to enter, you'll just die by 1,000 cuts. Small loser, small loser, small loser, small loser, small loser, right? We have all the losers small, but we got no winners. So you're dying by 1,000 cuts. So where do you need to know where to enter? And how do you learn that? How do we learn where to enter properly in the market? And nobody has, except the VIPers, nobody has a clue in here of where we enter properly. Isn't that crazy? And you shouldn't, because you don't know how to trade. It's normal. But think about what we're going over right now. We are making you look in the mirror right now and saying, oh my God, this guy's right. This is why you're losing, folks. I'm summing it up for you, breaking it out for you. You're not losing because the market knows when you enter a trade. I went through that phase. I'm in a trade. I'm going to lose again. I used to enter a trade and go like this. I'm going to lose. They know I'm in the trade now. Yep, there it is. Honey, I lost again. They knew I'm in this trade with my $3,000. I'm out. Here we go. Nobody has a clue you even exist. Never mind that you're trading. Okay? They don't have a clue who you are. So it's not them. It's you and me just protecting our ego. We want to make ourselves believe they know we're in a trade and they're against us. We got to protect that precious ego, don't forget. Okay? So how are we going to make you a better entry trader? Market cycle! How many of you in here knew the market had a cycle? Be honest. Say me. How many of you knew there was a market cycle? My father was an accountant for 35 years, CPA, awesome with money. He found out there was a market cycle 3 days ago when I taught him all of this. 3 days ago. He couldn't believe it. His exact words to me were, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's what he said. I can't believe it, he said. All right? So as we went over yesterday, he's like, how do you know all this shit? It's unbelievable. Here we go. Because I didn't give up. That's why. Change the numbers up on you. If you are entering a long, which most of you probably do, you're going long to the upside. You buy and you want to win when the stock moves up. Where are you entering? What numbers to make that happen? All right, Rev says 3 and 5. Rev says he is entering here for a long. If you enter here for a long, the shorters are going to eat you alive on their A+ setup. If you enter here for a long, the short reversals are going to eat you up for life. Okay? We do not enter on 3 and 5 for a long. Where do we enter for a long? Number 7. All right, number 7 is one of them. What kind of trade is that? If I enter for a long at number 7 in the market cycle, what kind of long is that? We are not entering at number 6 for a long. If you do that, you will get stuck in consolidation. It is a reversal trade. Yes, it is. Reversal. You're going for a reversal in the market to the upside. Where else are we going long, my beauties? Number 1 in the markets. Why are we going long here? What kind of a setup is this, my beautiful traders? This is the reversal. This must be your A+ setup. Yes, it is. Okay? So what does that mean? As my daughter would say, Dada, what does that mean? 2.5. What does that mean? Well, that means, beautiful, that if you enter for a long at 2, 3, 4, 8, or 5, you're going to lose. Oh! You will lose in the market. Now we know why we have a 92% failure rate. Because there's only 2 spots of the cycle you're going to win. So those are for our moves to the upside. Now, my traders, who likes to short the market? Put me in the chat. Who likes to short the market? This guy right here. Who else likes to short the market? All right. What do we know about going long and going short? When traders go long, what is that called? When we go this way to the upside, what is that called, my traders? Thank you for the follows. I love you all so much. That is called greed in the market. When we go long, we are greedy. When we go short, what is that in the market? Yes, fear in the market. Which one moves faster? Number one or number two? Which one moves faster? Number two, fear will fall harder than greed goes up. I'm going to repeat that. That's why when you're in a short and you get that flush, fear will move faster than greed will go up. Okay? Good. Now, so if we love to short and we want that violence to the downside, where are we going to enter on the market cycle? Where do we short this thing? Three and six. 3 and 6. Yeah, I got half right. If you short at number 6, you are going to get ruined. Those who short at number 6 believe this: the market is bleeding out. We're bleeding out. And then you get rammed going back up. So not number 6. Where are we shorting? 3 and where? Number 5. If we short at number 3, what is that called? A reversal. If we short at number 5, what is that called? Thank you for the follows, beautiful. Appreciate that. Abraham, thank you. Sue Felicia, Made in America. Gilbert, Chad, yes. Dr. One Fly. Keep going. We got to finish these roses off. Let's go. Number 5 is your continuation. Number 5 is your A+ setup. That is your A+ setup to the downside. Now do you know the market cycle? If you want to know how to go in depth about the market cycle, we will teach you that in the VIP. There's a lot more to it than this, okay? So if you try to go short at 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, or 6, what's going to happen? You are going to lose. All right? So this is why we only have 3 to 5 chances every day on any one symbol to trade. That's it, folks. So when you're trying to take more than 5 trades a day, you're getting eaten up right here. You're getting eaten up right here, traders. And when you have those lucky little scalping wins, you actually made a good trade in the market cycle, but you don't even know you did it. You don't even know you did it. You just got lucky and it was green. But we know the red is going to catch up to you pretty quickly because you only have 2 chances to win on a short. Lino Rocha with the air balloon. Lino! Right, traders? So we just took you from the bottom and brought you, we built the foundation out for you. A lot of you are sitting here like this right now. So on a short, if you only have 2 spots to trade, right? You only have 3 and 5 to go short. And all of these other numbers you're going to lose. This is why your losers are bigger than your winners. If we all somewhat understand this now, put me in the chat. And that is the very little tip of the basics of a market cycle. Okay? Got it? Are we good? What is the signal to go short? First of all, traders, I have something to tell you. If you join anybody that gives you trading signals, that is illegal in the United States of America. I can give you the exact law, section, and breakdown. It is illegal in the United States. So if you are buying some signals from somebody, I suggest you stop doing it. Okay? I suggest you stop doing it. If you are watching anyone trading live and they are telling you when to go in and out, that is illegal in the United States of America. And they are coming for you all. I'm just letting, that's just a heads up. Okay? Okay? Okay. Now, we know, back to SPY, okay? Back to SPY. We know that, boom, we are in a narrow state. Okay? We know at 688 we had major resistance, and right here we had major support. Remember, we went over this. So if we get a move in this position to the upside, we are not going long and we are not going short because we're going to run into those two things. Got it? Okay. So we need to get over 688 or under 687 for shorts. But you need to retest this in order to take the trade. So the signal that you are looking for is an event. You need to know the 7 events in the market. Who knows what they are? Who knows what they are? Nobody. You will learn all of those in the VIP. The 7 events. Now, I'm going to rock your world here in a second. After this, you're going to head over to the VossTrading.com. That is where we're going to teach you how to trade. We are going to teach you how to trade properly. You're going to learn market cycle, and you are going to learn a lot. This is a real education community. This is not some bozo signal nonsense. You will learn how to trade so you can teach your kids how to trade. Got it? That's where you're going to go. Now, if I say to you, I want you to tell me, what kind of bar is that right there? What kind of bar is that right there? This is going to be fun. What do we call that bar, traders? When you see that beautiful bar, who's going to go long there? Look at that beautiful green candle. Who's going long there? Put me in the chat. Who's going to go long? We got to make some money. Who's going long in the market there? That is called an exhaustion bar. Okay? When you see something like that, you better start looking that way. That way! That way! That way! Now, are we ready? One, two. Are we shorting here? Are we shorting there? Why not? Why aren't we shorting there, traders? We just went over this. That's number 2 in the market cycle. That is consolidation. Ready? Pull it back. Let's consolidate. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Now, we know that's consolidation. Uno, dos, tres. There's your short to the downside. Remember, we just went over this. Wow. Whoa. How many of you short at number 2? How many of you lose every time you short at number 2? Huh? This is where, you know what this occurs right here? You know what I call this? Listen, listen, listen. That's where everyone gets the Hershey kisses in their underwear. Right there. Because they shorted it. Look, short. Uh-oh. We're back up here now. What do I do? I'm out. I'm out. Look. Uh-oh. Did it again. Because you don't know what you're doing. Slab Dad says, I don't trade this way. That's why you lose. Okay? Do we got it, my beautiful traders? That was one quick example for you. All right? Now, how many of you journal here? How many of you journal every trade you take? Yes, no, maybe so. How many of you journal? How many of you have an equity curve that looks like this? Do you even know what an equity curve is, first of all? Okay? That is the direction of your overall trading. If it looks like that, which 92% of traders have, it don't look so good. It don't look so good. We going this way. Okay? When you become a VIP education member, our job is to help you. You got to do this. We got to start doing this, traders. Look. We got to flatten that out. How do we do that? How are we going to flatten out your equity curve from going down? If there's any trend line you're ever going to use in your life, you're going to use it on your equity curve. Never use it on a chart. All right? How are we going to flatten this equity curve out? I'm going to teach you risk management, remember? And then, once you start working hard, we want to start going this way in the markets. Okay? We want to start getting on this side. That is being consistently green every month. Not every day, every month. Who wants that to happen? Who wants to be over here? Remember? 80%, 20%. 80, 20. Who wants to be on the 20%? Whoa, we came back to that theme again. Yes, we build on things here. We actually teach you how to do this. Okay? I still have it up here. That is one of our VIP traders. Who did it? Equity curve. Can we give them a congratulations in the chat, please? That is how you work. Who wants to do that? Look at that thing. Look, you're still going to have bumps in the road. You're still going to have bumps in the road, but the bumps aren't doing this anymore. Woo! Whoa, look at that thing go. Yes, it is. Look at that thing. Steven says pointless gambling. Steven, that's why your hair is down to your ass, because you can't afford a haircut. Congratulations to Mr. Quinton for having an amazing equity curve. You know who else has an equity curve like that? JDM. Is he in here? JDM, are you in here? Yes, it is. Candy, are you in here? Yes, it is. Powder. Yes, it is. And there's much more. Folks, you got to learn how to do this. All right? I gave you a little taste, but you must learn. Now, we must go back to SPY. Watch how quick I do this, okay? Ready? Those are my levels on SPY tomorrow. Bam! Done. Whoop! Pull it back. There they are. That took me what? 6 seconds? How many of you can do that in 6 seconds? Say no. You shouldn't be doing that in 6 seconds. These are my levels for tomorrow. Here's my whip zone. I need to get over 687 for a long up to 688. I want room. All right? Under 684.60, I got room down to 677. I want room to the downside. I am not trading from point A to point B. Not enough. I want point A to point B. In here is where we're going to win, not in here. See the difference? Got it? Good. Let's head over to Nvidia, to the moon. Here is the whip zone on Nvidia. Narrow state. Nvidia is going to give us something delicious tomorrow. Double top up there around 185 on Nvidia. We're going to pull it back. Are we ready? Nvidia above 183. Go get it. 185 will be the first stop. Narrow. Under 180.92. We got room down on 180 and 179 on Nvidia. Yes, it is. How many of you, hold on, my beauties. How many of you now, there's a reason why I'm doing this. I always have a method, my friends. Stand by. Stand by. We just got to finish these last roses. Okay. We see our levels to the downside. Got it? We see our levels to the downside. We see our levels to the upside. Got it? Which way do we want this to go? Do we want it to go up or do we want it to go down? Put it in the chat. Which way do we want to go? Off-White says down. We got a lot of ups. Are we ready? We don't care which way it goes. Put in the chat. We don't care. 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 We don't care which way this goes up or down. You play both sides of the market, always. You are a setup trader. That is all you are. As I always tell you, nothing more, nothing less. You just trade setups. That's it. And we trade our setups based on what? What do we trade our setups? If we're taking a move to the upside, right here, for a long, okay? This is a setup to the upside. We don't care if it's up. We don't care if we were shorting. We trade our setups based on, drum roll, put it in the chat. We based our setups on, I'm afraid to look. Volume, no. The wizard shall set you free. We don't trade based on volume. You're not going to get in a trade and say, okay, my volume's going up. I'm getting in a trade now. By the time that goes up, you're out of the market cycle already. Wizard! What? Throw volume out the window. Market cycle. No! If we are entering, folks, if you are entering the trade, you already know the market cycle, the state, and position. We trade our setup, enter here, based on what? No! Lino Rocha! Risk to reward. You're trading your setup based on your risk to reward. Remember? All right, folks, how many of you have trading rules in here? How many of you have trading rules? Trading rules. How many got them? Put in the chat, how many of you got rules? Now, if your trading rule says you cannot take any trade if your risk to reward is more than 60 cents per share. Your trading rule says you cannot take a trade if your risk to reward is more than 60 cents per share. So when we get into this trade, you will know what your risk to reward is before you enter the trade. If it's more than 60 cents, do you take that trade? It's a beautiful A+ setup. It's given you an 80% win rate for the last 3 months. It is more than 60 cents per share if you lose it. Do you take it? If your rule says you will not trade anything more than 60 cents per share. No! You don't take the trade. You know how many of you don't even know what your risk to reward is before you take that trade? Okay? We got 400 people watching this live right now. Out of the 400 watching this live, 390 of you do not know what your risk to reward is before you take a trade. Think about that. 390 of you don't know what your risk to reward is before you take that trade. Is that wild? You have no idea what you're risking. And you know why? Because you have no trading rules. You have no trading rules. Folks, if one of your trading rules is that you take no more than 1 to 3 trades a day, everyone should have this rule, by the way, and you lost 2 of them. You took 3 trades. You lost 2. You won 1. Okay? Your three trades are done for the day. Your winners, your losers are bigger than your winners. That is how your trading day ends. You see a setup. Do you trade number 4? You know what a real disciplined trader can do? Who wants to know what a real disciplined trader can do? When they have this set up, their rules say no more than 1 to 3 trades a day. They took their 3 trades. 2 were a loser, 1 was a winner. They are red for the day. A real disciplined trader can close the machine down, walk upstairs, and treat their family as if they just won 2 out of 3 trades. And we're green for the day. How many of you can do that right now? Tomorrow, you have a red day. You're down $500 for the day. Can you close that up? Respect your rules. Go upstairs and treat your family just as you would if you would have won. Think about that. Think about that one, my beauties. Yes, it is. Until you can do that, you have no business putting your hard-earned money on the line. You must trade in a simulator and be green in that sim for 6 months straight. Minimum. Well, hold on. How many of you, if I put you in a simulator right now, you can be green 6 months in a row? Go! Put yes or no in the chat. Who can be green 6 months in a row in a simulator? All right. For those of you that said me, how many of you can do it with a minimum of 350 trades in that 6 months? You must trade a minimum of 350 times and be green, 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 green. Who can do it? Who can do it? Oh, we up the ante now. So what makes you think you're going to do it with real money? What makes you think you're going to do it with real money? If you, and this isn't going to guarantee you if you do it that you're going to make money. This is just like a prelim, okay, of what they say out there. All right. That doesn't mean you complete this and you're going to make money. Trading is risky. Trading is risky. There is no guarantees. You will lose in the market if you are not trained properly. You will lose in the market if you are trained properly. You still won't have the discipline. Crazy, right? Think about that. Think about that. Oh, we're up in the ante here. We will get you to this goal, hopefully, in our VIP education community. We've had a lot of traders do this, all right? It wasn't easy. A lot of them cried. They went through a lot of hell and back to get to that. This is where we're going to train you. It is deep in our VIP. I am going to be hard on you at times. That is my job, is to make you work. Your job is to put in the work and do everything you can to make sure you are a good trader. To be a good trader, only you can make that happen. You are responsible with your results. All I can do is give you a blueprint of what works. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. I will do everything in my power to teach you how to trade. I show up every day. VIP members, do I show up every single day? Yes or no? I'm going to give you 110%. All that I ask you do is you show up and give 100%. You won't outwork me. That will never happen. I'm pretty confident of that. But I don't want you to outwork me. I just want you to outwork you and put in the time to do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can. Don't listen to the outside noise. You know why? Because a lot of them tried and they failed. So they want to bring you down because they couldn't do it. Oh, you're trying that trading thing, that gambling thing. And you know what they're doing? They're going to work every day, talking to other coworkers, and commiserating how each of them are miserable every day. If you are willing to work hard in the market and learn how to trade, watch all our course content, watch all our live education recordings, show up to every live every Tuesday night that I give you, post your trades every day and let me review them. Ask questions in the VIP chat. We will help you become a better trader. If you are looking for signals and for someone to tell you when to trade, that is illegal. Go spread that when you see that on lives. It is illegal. Work hard, guys. We got to bring working hard back into society, man, because there is no better feeling in the world when you work hard at something and you accomplish it. You want to talk about serotonin levels? You're going to have serotonin shooting out your ears and eyes. Holy moly. Who wants some of my serotonin? Woo! 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 You're going to have serotonin juices flying all over the place. But can you get through the hard part of this journey? Can you do it? Miss Market is going to beat you down. Boom, 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 into the ground. Your job is to get back up and do it again. And Miss Market is going to beat you into the ground. Your job, get back up and keep going. We'll see if you can do it. And we will see you in the VIP. Link is in the bio. Alexander, Christina. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Make sure we're only at 75,000. We got to get over 100. Let's go. Let's go, my beauties. Andrew the Believer, Kay Braden, Jules, Davion, Bill Boyle, Lino Rocha. I love it. Mahir, Wood, Dr. One Fly, Jay Gilbert, Life Wonders, Shelley Stringer, Sue Felicia, Made in America. Thank you. Life Wonders, Nunus, Rev, Zen Method, Kay Braden. Who else we got in here? Jessica Pilach, Alexander the Great. Krista, thank you, beautiful. Thank you, everyone who donated today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. We will see you in our VIP. We just want to help you, folks, and hopefully we can do that. We'll be back on tomorrow morning to get you ready for the market. We'll be on at 8:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you hit that follow button. Have an amazing Sunday. New VIPers, start studying now. Get in there, start watching the videos now. So by tomorrow morning, you have some background on how trading really works. Okay? I love you guys. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Give someone a hug today, and always make the world a better place. We'll see you tomorrow. Tap, tap, everybody. Tap. We need 100. Tap. Zen Method. Let's go. Let's go, my beauties.